Hello, everyone. So, fun little experiment here. Are you a cat lover? Are you a dog lover? Do you not like pets at all? Um, this is a fun little experiment that I thought might be a neat way. It's difficult these days, I think, sometimes to have um, conversations that stay civil when people are coming from opposing views, and I think that happens, and the world we live in, you know, the energies are really high right now, so it's difficult sometimes, and I get that. So, but everybody, well, people either you love your animals, or you're not an animal lover, but those that love their animals, you're either a cat person, you're a dog person. And so this is kind of a fun little experiment to do. And this is something to maybe practice just in conversation. Literally, you can just have this conversation just for the sake of this conversation, right? Cat versus dog person, right? Like that's totally fine. But another thing too that would be fun is if you do find yourself in a conversation with someone and you're coming from opposing views, and it starts getting heated, or starts getting uncomfortable, as conversations are wont to do sometimes. um, switch switch over to this, and literally say, quick detour, do you prefer cats or dogs, and something else entirely, and kind of here are the rules of engagement. I'm going to put all this in the body of the of this post as well, so that you all can see it, and I hope you'll use it. I think this will be fun, even if nothing else, just to get everyone's take on that. But here are kind of some of the rules of engagement. Number one, this is it requires active listening, right? So not just waiting for our turn to speak, but to actually listen to what the other person's saying. I think it's important that we realize that everyone's coming from a different perspective. All of us have our own history of our lives, and things we've been through that lead us to have our preferences between animals, or just the way that we view the world, right? Like there's so many things that go into that, that influence that. So this is just a fun exercise to do. Okay, so first of all, you're going to choose your preference, right? Cat, dog, and then you're going to state your case. And you may want to, I mean, I don't know, depending on your crowd or whatever, if you want to set timers, okay, you got 3 minutes apiece, whatever. I don't know. Have fun with it. So choose your preference and state why you love cats more, why you love dogs more, whatever it is. And again, as the other person is speaking, it's going to require you to not just wait for your turn to speak, but to actually listen, because one of the things that you're going to do is make sure you summarize what the person said before you respond. So you can, it might be something, I hear that you basically, overall, you said that you love dogs because they're loyal and expressive. Or you love your cat because they're funny and quirky, and you can go out of town for a weekend and make sure that they've got food and water, and that cats are more independent. Whatever it is. Not a rebuttal, but reflect back what that person said to you, right? And then you need to identify one thing that you genuinely agree with what they said. It can be small. They could be telling a story. They'd be like, okay, first of all, my gosh, I was going to work the other day and that storm was crazy. But anyway, yeah, I like dogs. Whatever. So find one thing that you can agree with them on. Genuinely agree with them and say, yep, that storm, that was wild the other day. Or it could just be say, okay, now that you've explained XYZ, I get why that matters to you. Agreement is not surrender. It's acknowledgement. So one thing to agree on, and then share your view without trying to convert. Because for me, the reason I love dogs and cats and all animals is this. The truth of the matter is, and this is true, you are not going to have this conversation, and nothing you can say, if you are a cat person and you are talking to a dog person, there is nothing that you are going to say that is suddenly going to make them go, oh my gosh, I'm going right now to the shelter. I got to get me a cat. Ain't going to happen, folks. Not going to happen. And that's not the point, right? This is no persuasion energy. This is not let me fix you. This is not I'm here to win. This is simply listening, sharing, and understanding that, you know what? I hear what you're saying. I still like dogs better. It's agreeing to disagree, right? But then also ask one curious question. What made you, do you remember your first dog? What made you start loving dogs? Or if someone is like, dogs just scare me, ask the curious question if they don't share it. Why? What was there something that happened specifically that made you scared of dogs? Yeah, when I was little, I got bit by a dog. Okay, bingo, there you go, right? So ask a curious question. Come up with one curious question, and learn from them. Try to understand their perspective is different. So, it might be, and end by telling them that thing that you learned. You know what? I did not know that dogs can smell fear. You taught me something today. Thank you so much. And this is just a matter of, of having a great conversation. And yes, it's playful on the surface, but like structurally from a communication standpoint, you're talking about emotional regulation, active listening, ego softening. We all have, when I say ego, we all have an ego, folks. We're human. Ego is, ask Freud or whichever one of them it was. Boundary preservation, and curiosity over conquest. So just a really fun experiment. So, again, I'll put the rules of engagement, in the body below. You're all welcome to, if you want to do that here, that's great. I'd love to hear everybody's comments, but it's just a thought, just a fun little experiment to do. And again, you could do this just as a general game with no other reason than just to sit and have a discussion about cats or dogs. Or you may want to come up with something else completely to have this conversation around, and then do that. Or you can use this as a redirect. And if you are in a conversation, whether it's about your relationship or you're talking about, oh my Lord, the worst politics, I hate it. There will never ever be a situation when you are speaking to me that we will need to discuss politics. Won't be. It's not that I'm not concerned about what's going on in the world. Trust me, I am. But I promise, never ever going to be a thing where I'm going to be asking you about politics. So, but yeah, that's a very real source of tension in our world today. And the thing that we have to realize is, again, we're all just doing our best to make it in this world, right? And the us versus them, the coming at each other, that is that live separation. I'm going to keep talking about the live separation. We are all connected. Find the things that you have in common. Find the things that bring us together, because that's how we move forward. That's how we heal. That's how we the people, come together to help make the changes that need to be changed in our world. Not by talking about how horrible dogs are or horrible cats are, and I'm making light of that. But anyway, I thought this would be fun. I hope you all will enjoy it. Let me know what you think. Again, I'll put the kind of the ideas in the body of the post, and I hope you all have a fantastic day. And just remember, you are not alone. You are never alone, because we are, all of us. We are. Have a great day.